What's up, guys? Thanks for coming to Gaming Canada with me. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install an NTR plugin called UltraSun/UltraMoon that when enabled will allow you to press the select button in-game and access over 30 cheat codes. USUMCheatMenu is actually a fork of AnalogMan's SuMoFramework, and it's been modified to work on old 3DS as well as 2DS using NTR Mode 3. If you guys are interested in accessing real-time cheat codes while playing UltraSun and UltraMoon, then keep watching because this one is super easy. In Canada. Over here on the release thread for UltraSun/UltraMoon and as you can see, there's a few things that we need to note. So number one, don't stay in the main menu for too long. So right when you see your UltraSun or UltraMoon logo, go ahead, press start, and try to load your save file as quickly as possible. The next thing you need to note is don't try to soft reset the game or it's going to go ahead and crash. Now, they're not too sure if this is caused by LibShark to NTR or possibly NTR Mode 3, but regardless, soft resetting is going to make your game crash, so don't do it. Let's go ahead and look at the 34 different cheat codes that are currently in the UltraSun/UltraMoon cheat menu. As you can see, number one is a no outlines patch. In case you didn't want to use Luma's patching feature to get no outlines, you can go ahead and just use this to do it at a button press. Another noteworthy one is walk through walls. I think people will have a lot of fun with walking through walls, and maybe they'll get to some places that you're not even supposed to go within the game. A pretty useful one is to get all the clothing for the male and the female, as it's actually pretty expensive and hard to acquire all of the clothes in the game. A couple other pretty cool ones are the instant egg from the daycare. All you have to do is hold the L button and talk to the daycare and you'll get an egg instantly. Also the one-step egg hatching. That is pretty cool as well. So go ahead, take a step, hatch an egg. In case you guys had trouble finding some shiny Pokemon, you can go ahead and enable a 100% encounter rate of running into shiny Pokemon. Also, you can get a 100% capture rate, so you'll never miss any of them. One cheat code that I recognize from way back in the day, back when I used to play Pokemon Blue and Red on Game Boy with my Game Shark, was catch the opponent's Pokemon. Now this basically tricked the game into thinking any Pokemon that your opponent released was a wild Pokemon, so after you caught it, the battle would end, but you would get an awesome Pokemon. So I used to use this to steal Gary's Pokemon at the start, so I would have either a Squirtle and a Charmander, or a Bulbasaur and a Charmander, or you know, something like that. I would get two starters right off the bat. Probably the most useful out of all the codes, I think, is the PC Anywhere. So you can go ahead and access your PC at any time. I think that is absolutely wild. Obviously, there will be a link in the description to this in case you guys want to look over any of the cheats. You'll also be able to see all of the cheats when we open up the cheat menu in game. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the latest version in the description, but you guys can watch me download it. I'm going to click this here, head over to the GitHub page, and download USUMCheatMenu.zip. Now that I've got this, let's head over to Nankita's GitHub page so I can talk about boot NTR for a second. We're over here on the boot NTR selector repository, and I just want to tell you guys, make sure if you're on a 2DS or an old 3DS to download mode 3 of boot NTR selector. You need this for this to work on your old 3DS or 2DS. If you happen to have a new 3DS or a new 2DS, all you have to do is download the normal boot NTR selector. Now also, if you are on an old 3DS or a 2DS, you're not going to be able to use the 3DSX version, so if you want to hide your CIA usage, you're going to have to inject it either into the Health and Safety app or into Face Raiders using the God Mode 9 fork. I'm going to put a link in the description to how to inject CIAs using God Mode 9 in case you guys aren't aware of how to do that. So again, 2DS or 3DS, get Mode 3. If you've got a new 3DS, go ahead and get the CIA or the 3DSX version. I'm going to go ahead and download boot NTR selector Pablo MK7 as I have a new 3DS and I'm just going to be injecting this into the Health and Safety app. Lastly, I'm going to be moving all these over to my SD card using an FTP client. So if you guys don't know how to set up an FTP client to communicate with your 3DS wirelessly, again, link in the description, go figure out how to do that. It makes your life a lot easier. We're here in the downloads. Once you've got your CIA as well as the USUMCheatMenu.zip, go ahead and right click the zip file and extract it to here. Now this is going to give you a plugin folder, and when you open up the plugin folder, this is where you decide which game you have. Now if it ends in 5100, this is going to be for UltraMoon, and 5000, this is going to be for UltraSun. So I don't have UltraMoon, I have UltraSun, so I'm going to go ahead and delete the UltraMoon one, and now I'm ready to put this onto my SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the zip folder just to not confuse myself, and so you guys should have a CIA as well as a plugin folder. Gone ahead and opened up the FTP client. I'm going to take my CIA file and I'm going to pull it into my CIA's folder. You can also just drag it anywhere on your SD card as long as it's accessible. I'm then going to take my plugin folder and drag it to the root of my SD card, and this is going to go ahead and either give you a plugin folder or merge it with your current plugin folder. So go ahead and open the plugin folder, and as you can see in here, you'll have your folder with the title ID. So I've got my UltraSun. And then open this up, and here is the CheatMenu plugin. All we have to do is exit out of this, and I'll meet you guys down on the 3DS. We're down here on the 3DS, and as you can see, I have NTR custom firmware. If you're on a new 2DS or a new 3DS, then all you have to do, go ahead and launch NTR custom firmware. Either tap 3.6 or just let 3.6 load. And now all you have to do is launch your game. So I'll load into Pokemon UltraSun. You can see a little screen flash on the top. That means it worked. So now get through this menu really quick. Go ahead and load your save file before the game freezes. And now that we've loaded into the game, all you have to do is press the select button. Now I'll show you more of the menu in a second. If you're on a 2DS or an old 3DS, I just want to show you how you use NTR mode 3 as it's slightly different. So for 2DS and old 3DS users, go ahead and load NTR custom firmware mode 3. In your version, it'll automatically load 3.6, and then it's going to tell you to press the home button. So don't exit out of NTR custom firmware. Go ahead, press the home button. This will minimize it. And now that it's minimized, you need to go ahead and load UltraSun or UltraMoon. So I'm going to go ahead and load it now. And again, on the top screen, we saw a green flash. That means it worked. So again, really quickly, go ahead and load your save file. So now that you've loaded into the game, all you have to do is press the select button and then hit the A button. Now go ahead and hit A to enable cheats. This is going to bring up some menus. Now you can press the Y button on these to read the different notes about them, but all we're going to be doing is just checking out a couple of codes real quick. So if I hit A on modifiers, this will bring down another menu. And if I go to movement, hit A on it, I can go ahead and put on the run faster cheat. Now if I press the B button to exit out of this, I'm going to go outside real quick, and you guys are going to see I can run super fast now. Look at this. I'm just covering ground like crazy. It's like riding on a Taurus almost. So that is absolutely wild. Press select again. Sometimes you have to hit it a couple of times. And as you can see, we can go ahead and turn run faster off. If you happen to get a screen like this, just go ahead and press a button and it should go back to the menu. I'm going to go ahead and go down to MISC, and I'm going to check out some of the codes in here. So if you go to access PC anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can access my PC absolutely anywhere. So I'm going to press the B button a couple of times. Now that that's enabled, all I have to do is press the X button, and then when on options, hold the start button and press A. And now when I open up options, it should be inside my PC box. How crazy is this? That is absolutely nutty. So I'm inside my PC box just by accessing the options menu. That is too cool. I'm going to exit out of this with the B button. And as you can see, it takes me right back to here. That is so sweet. I'm going to press the B out of this and then press select one more time. I'm going to turn off the PC anywhere. So just real quick, I'm going to try another code. Go to modifiers. I want to go to opponent, and I want to go to shiny chance right here. This is what I want. So shiny chance 1 out of 1. So basically I will always get a shiny. So now I'm going to hit the B button, and I'm going to try to run into a wild Pokemon and see if it's shiny. A wild shiny Inkay appeared. That is absolutely nutty. So we got ourselves a shiny right off the bat. So real quick, I'm not going to catch it. I'm just going to go ahead and run away. One last thing I want to try is randomizing on the go with shiny Pokemon. So I've got shiny Pokemon on 1-to-1, and I'm going to go to random Pokemon encounter and turn it on. So now when I exit out of this, technically the Pokemon I run into should be any random Pokemon that shouldn't even be in this area, and hopefully it'll be shiny as well. So as you can see, I just ran into a shiny wild Greninja. That is so sick. Holy cow. It looks so dope. That is absolutely wild. So you can randomize your game in one go. The only problem is they're all at level 1. So as you can see, the wild Pokemon is now here at level 1. I wonder if I can just throw a Pokeball and catch it. So we're about to get ourselves a shiny Greninja. which is absolutely awesome. We basically just shiny randomized the game in one quick go. Didn't quite catch him. This is absolutely crazy. Just running into shiny wild Pokemon that just do not belong in this area. Well guys, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you now have the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon cheat menu up and running on your Nintendo 3DS. If you're going to be utilizing this NTR plugin, please go down to the comments and let me know. If you happen to think cheating in Pokemon is absolutely ridiculous and no one should ever do it, maybe tell me about that as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, please slam that thumbs up. If you disliked it, then I mean, what can I do to stop you from disliking it? I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll probably be live streaming again sometime very soon. I'm trying to do that a lot more often now. I guess we broke 10,000 subscribers the other day. I just want to thank each and every one of you. You guys absolutely rule. This channel would be nothing without you. If I didn't have any viewers, who would I make videos for? I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace.